Hello, amazing people. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Personal Get Podcast, the show where we equip you with insights to power your day and journey through life. I am your host, Ebo Messi Ebele, and today's conversation is about the marathon mindset. So let's be honest, right? Let's get real. Sometimes life feels like a 100-meter sprint. But before you hit the finish line, before you even realize this is actually a marathon, not even a sprint. You start, panting, maybe you even need water, wondering why you even started. We have all been there. I have been there, and I'm sure people that are listening to me right now have been there. So, and in those moments, the question is, how do you keep going when everything in you is screaming, just stop, just go and lie down on your bed and sleep? Well, to help us crack this, I have a special guest on the show. Is Mr. Andrew Indika. He's an accountant and logistics manager. So that means he deals with numbers that must balance because the accounts must balance, and goods that must move. Two things that can make you lose sleep. Mr. Andrew, welcome to the show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very fine. Thank you for having me.
Alright, so let's start with the basics. Let's start with the topic. When we talk about the marathon mindset, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, when you say marathon mindset, I believe we know what marathon is. It's a long distance race. So what apart to it is the mindset. So if you put that together, it will bring to your notice that it's a mental approach and strategies used by runner or by anybody to complete a marathon, to complete a race, to achieve a goal. So these strategies focus on managing his strength, managing his abilities, focusing on the things that he has to do and the things he doesn't have to do, how he's going to work with his time, and how he's going to jump hurdles and everything, just to make sure it gets to the final point, which is the destination where he gets his medal.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I love that. I love the definition because honestly, I'm going to say this loosely. We live in a microwave generation. Everyone wants things now. We want success overnight. But in reality, life doesn't work like that. So this brings me to my next question. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to quit, but you had to remind yourself that this is a marathon? So can you share the secrets that helped you in that situation?
Yeah, I have had so many situations like that.
Okay.
Whenever you start, it's always easy, the euphoria is always there. Then, at times, reality dawns on you. Now, some of the secrets I use, because I've started a lot of things, both business, a lot of things have happened to me. But the only way I come out successful is because I practice what they call delayed gratification. I'm not always in a haste to get it now. I want to grow and I don't want to blow. So, first of all, I'm willful. I'm always willful. I always make sure I stop at nothing to get my medal. I always stop at nothing. I make sure that, okay, I just picture me getting to the finish line and me receiving my medal. So, another thing again is, I'm always tenacious. I'm always tenacious. There is a word I coined for myself, and it's funny where I got that word from. I got that word from cartoon. It says, keep moving forward, but there's nothing for you backward. So I always push through. That with much tenacity, I say, oh, there's nothing for me to go and collect backwards. I have to keep moving forward. Another thing is I persevere. There is perseverance. That's what I talk about, delayed gratification. So I told myself, if I'm going through hell, why will I quit at hell? Not for me to pass through to the other side. So I said there's no point, okay, I'm going through challenges. Okay, let me just stop and then the challenge is overwhelming. No. If I'm passing through here, I will not stop at one bus stop. I have to move over to the next bus stop. That is some of the secrets. Even another thing I adapt is exercising. It always keeps me alert, helps me think fast. If because athletes and a lot of them, they always have that reflexes to help them avoid. Like the boxer, you see, even without seeing the punch, he knows that the punch is coming. It avoids it. So I keep myself willful. I'm always tenacious. I persevere, and most of all, I exercise all the time.
Amazing, amazing. In fact, this is powerful. I hope those that are listening to this episode right now are taking notes. We have to keep moving forward. There is nothing backward. And there is something you said. If you are going through hell, don't stop at the bus stop. Keep moving. You have to keep moving. So let's flip it. Let's flip it a bit. We always talk about what we should do to succeed. But let's get real. What about things we should stop doing? Because sometimes success isn't just about having new habits. It is about eliminating the wrong ones. So what one thing people should stop doing immediately if they want to be truly committed and successful?
Okay. I've been working as an athlete, doing a lot of things. But there's one thing my coach told me one time that always stick to me. He said, anything you are doing, avoid shortcuts. Because it always comes back to haunt you.
Wow.
So if you think, there's a shortcut, I can do this to get this, and you're not going through the right channel, you don't want to persevere, you just want instant gratification. So be rest assured that it will come back definitely to haunt you. And it will come when you least expect it. It just comes and you don't know what to do because you know that, yes, I avoided this in night is there. How am I going to do it? So number 2 again is procrastination. So he said to me, why do you keep things for tomorrow when you can do it today? Of course, that's one of the problems we have. And then keep on, I will do it tomorrow. No. If you can do it now, why not do it now and save yourself time for tomorrow? Okay, unfortunately, you don't want to do it today, you want to do it tomorrow. And tomorrow something came up. What are you going to do? So I remember then my father was a civil servant. He always have clothes ironed down like a week. I was like, why are you doing this? Your assistant said, no. Emergency trouble might just come up. I don't have to start washing clothes, looking for where to iron it because his boss can tell him, Mr. Charles, you are traveling tomorrow. So he just go to his wardrobe and take his clothes. But if he procrastinates, he can never be ready for a trip. So I think one of the habits that is hindering us with life procrastination, I will do it tomorrow. Why do it tomorrow when you can do it now? So another thing again, we have to practice delayed gratification. Because I notice that among the youth now. None of them wants to wait. Everybody wants to blow. Nobody wants to grow. So just like farmers, you don't want to till the soil, you don't want to plant, but you want your harvest right now. It's not possible. You have to follow step by step. Even as a marathoner, you see it's not an instant gratification. Even you have to strategize, look for ways, but you know that setbacks will come. How are you going to avoid it? How are you going to strategize? So that delayed gratification mindset will keep you alert and say, yes, let me do it the right way. Let me put it the right strategy. Let me do it like this and like that. Because I know at the end, I will get the gratification. But if I take shortcuts and get my gratification now, what am I going to do ahead when it comes rolling back on me with an hammer? So to me, I think the attitude we need to avoid is procrastination, shortcuts, and instant gratification.
Wow. If you're listening to this, I hope you're taking notes because I've been writing since. You said something about anything you're doing, avoid shortcuts because it will come back to haunt you. So if you're listening and then you're thinking of, the fastest way to get to the top. You better avoid that. Another thing about procrastination, that thing that you want to do, go and do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till 2 hours time. You never can tell what would happen. And another thing is, everybody wants to glow, but nobody wants to grow. So you just have to put in the work, and everything will work out for you. So before we wrap up, let's get even more practical. I want you to break it down. So, what are the 3 things or 3 habits you believe every serious-minded person needs to develop?
Yeah. First of all, I would say studying. Yeah. The reason I said studying is, studying, you're going to study books and other habits and people's lifestyle. Now, going to books, there are a lot of people that have written books. Now, those books are compilation of their ideas, challenges they have gone through, successes they have had. So, I don't know, you might not be the first person, I want to say, you might not be the first person going through a particular challenge because somebody else has gone through it and somebody has documented it. So you going through that will give you ideas on what to do when you are faced with such challenges. You see them writing the book, referring to this, referring to that. So if you don't study, how will you know? You just think you are the only one passing through it. Just like when they say a problem shared is a problem half solved. So this is telling your friend about a problem, you say, I know of this a person. I know of this, I know of that I've gone through this. This is what he or she did, and this is what the result that they got. You say, that's cool, let me try. So studying will help you to see some things, because even right from the Bible to any other book, you see history documented of the challenges people pass through and what they did to warrant it or what they did to avoid it. So I think we should bring out the habit of studying, reading. We should read and study, and even ask our mentors. We need to get mentors, ask them questions. Sir, ma, this is what I'm passing through. What do you want me to do? If you don't have anybody to talk to, how are you going to pass through that? So studying, inquiries, it will help you. It will go a long way. And number 2 on my list is discipline. Now, discipline helps you to avoid that shortcut we are talking about. Discipline also helps you to avoid procrastination. And discipline helps you to focus on what is important. You will take everything that is of levity away from it. It will make you focus on what is important. You avoid shortcut, because if you want to do something that will come to later on, you say, no, I won't do that because it will affect me later. If you say, okay, I will do this in 2 hours time, with discipline, you say, no, do it now. So we need to develop the habit. Discipline. Anything we are doing, we have to be disciplined. If you see, even though if you go to athletes and everything, he will tell you, I have to avoid this, I have to avoid this to achieve this. I have to avoid instant gratification to achieve this. So without discipline, you can't achieve that. Because discipline will keep you in check. It's like your check and balance to checkmate you. Should I do this? No, don't do this. So we have to be disciplined. And another thing, so let me say exercising. I have to emphasize on that because of the mental alertness it gives to us. Because you see some people, whenever they are having difficulties, whenever they are having mental or emotional breakdown, they go for a walk. Or maybe they go for jogging or any other thing just to clear their mind. And through that means they usually develop new ideas. Even it is even said, with exercises, there's what they call new brain cell formation, called neurogenesis. It helps the brain. So exercising has to be a habit, a lifestyle, because it has helped me a lot. It keeps me focused, it keeps me going, because that moment you think you are breaking down, you don't know how to muster energy again. So exercising helps us. So the habit for us to develop is studying. One. Number 2, discipline. This is very, very, very important. Very important. Then exercising and persevering, because it will help you and it will give you a lifestyle that you will enjoy. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. Andrew. So these have been incredible. My listeners, don't forget the habits, like you said, studying, reading books is to open your eyes to see to see that you're not the only one going through a particular thing or a particular challenge. There are other people that are also going through it. You need mentors. Mentors are important humans that you need in your life. Discipline as well. It helps you to avoid procrastination, and then exercise to keep your to give you mental alertness, like you said. So I think we all need to start going to the gym. So thank you once again, Mr. Andrew. Thank you so much. I really appreciate to my amazing listeners, keep running, and if you love this episode, share it to someone who needs to hear this today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what part of this conversation hit you the most. That is all for today on Morning Prep Nugget Podcast. Until next time, you have a wonderful day. Bye.